What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here with the Will Leahey. What is happening to Will?
Ninja, late night yesterday, went to the Met game. It was incredible. Actually, it wasn't that late of a night. The game started at 5, which ideal game time if you're going to it, I believe. You get home at like 9. But Ninja, one of the better ball games I've been to in person. City Field, just a raging environment, everyone going nuts. And just kind of having the lead most of the game. There was still a healthy fear in the audience, but it was all positive. And it was a tremendous team performance led by Sean Manaea, who just pitched out of his skull. And 5 different Mets with an RBI. Incredible game. And then on the flip side, Ninja, we had the Dodgers-Padres, which was basically the tale of one inning. Kind of a different story. A lot of animosity, though, in that series, Ninja. A lot of hate. You can feel it coming through the TV, and I'm into it. What do you want to talk about first, Ninja?
Well, let's talk about the game you went to, Will, which will hereinafter be referred to as the Sean Manaea game. He was freaking outstanding. He had 6 Ks in 7 innings. He gave up 1 run on 3 hits, and he even seemed better than that. He's a hard dude to hit. Before the game, the Phillies prepared to hit against him by moving the pitching machine way over to simulate his weird arm slot because he has an extreme angle and also takes an extreme angle on the rubber. So not only do you get the break on his pitches, but you also get that angle to the plate, which makes it really tough. He's almost throwing from first base. He had these fastballs, these wicked sweepers, including this one that hit Sosa on the foot on a swing and miss. That's always awesome. Picked up a sword on his sweeper. Also had some filthy changeups, including some thrown to lefties. He got Harper on one, I believe Schwarber on one, at least swings and misses on them. And Alvarez noticed something. He noticed that changeup was filthier since Manaea has dropped his arm slot. So he decided to throw changeups even to lefties this game, which is something he hadn't done. I think he threw one changeup to a lefty since he dropped his arm slot. So he really surprised the Phillies with this. I thought it was a great strategy. You might remember he dropped his arm slot after seeing Chris Sale throw. And here's a comp between Chris Sale and Sean Manaea, and you can see did a really good imitation of Chris Sale.
That was for my aunt Mabel. Just got a message that she had passed away earlier this morning. And so that game was for her.
We love Sean Manaea here. I don't know if you remember, Will, when we interviewed Chris Bassett, he talked about how Sean Manaea is like the greatest teammate ever. Just nothing but positivity when he enters the dugout, enters the clubhouse. And it's great to see the dude pick up the team like that. Fantastic effort. I'm going to give him a Pitching Ninja round of applause. Just the highest honor you can give a pitcher on this show.
Maybe the chillest guy in the majors. And it was great to see him come back out in the 7th. It's an epic performance. I mean, throwing 7 shutty in that environment, in that spot, that's about as much as you can possibly ask for from a starter in 2024.
You know, and I love seeing that. I love seeing a manager go with his gut, say, look, this is awesome. I can save my bullpen a little bit. This guy's still got it. Let these guys have a little longer leash in the postseason. I'm all for it. It's the Sean Manaea game. He knew it. Let him run with it. Ryan Stanek also pitched well. He closed out the game with his 98-mile-an-hour heater. On the flip side, Aaron Nola was okay. He had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits. His stuff was actually really good. He had these fastballs, 2-seamers, changeups, knuckle curves, picked up a sword. I did this overlay of a fastball knuckle curve. You can see what makes that knuckle curve so deadly. But he was susceptible to home runs this game, Will. And what was that like firsthand?
It was bedlam. People were going ballistic. But no, I mean, Ninja, it was just a lot of timely hits, too. Timely homers. They scored in 5 different innings, 5 different guys with the RBIs. It was just an absolute collective effort. And Ninja, I'm giving the dong of the day here to Jesse Winker. And it's not just the dong of the day, but it's the dong pimp job of the day. Because Winker blasted this ball off Nola and then stood there for decades. Just enjoyed it, took it all in. One of the more scenic shots of the season, in my opinion. And Winker's had some ups and downs. He made an all-star team a couple years ago and then was just absolutely horrible for the Mariners last year. I thought he might have been done for, and he's had some big hits. Congrats to Jesse Winker.
I think it's Waino on this game who said he thought Winker didn't know if the ball was going to be fair or foul, and that's why he stood there. And A.J. Pierzynski said, oh, no. He knew that ball was gone. I thought Alonso had a really good at-bat on his home run, and it was clear I thought Waino did a really good job of pointing out what he saw from Alonso was Alonso really wanted a ball on the outside part of the plate to drive Oppo. Feels like he's going well that way, and he got one and did it.
And on the defensive side too, Ninja, Taylor getting Bohm at second base was incredible. We were going nuts. I could see it develop from my hideous seats. And it has to be just a gut punch for Bohm, who just cannot get on base. Finally gets a great hit and immediately gets tag slapped in the helmet and thrown out hard at second base in a crucial spot.
I also love this play or non-play by Carlos Estevez. This was absolutely the epitome of pitchers are not athletes. And Waino just kind of AJ Przinsky roasted him at first. And Waino said, well, had the ball been in his glove, this would have been a great flip. Thought that was a nice, subtle roast. But I think he meant it positively here. I think he was trying to be nice.
Starting pitchers.
First of all, why does he try to get the ball with his bare hand to start? He does it the complete opposite. That should be glove. And then this should be bare hand, and he does neither, and then he almost trips. But
that would have been a great flip, though. Had the ball been in the glove, that would have been a great flip.
In the second game yesterday, it was really not much of a pitcher's duel. We had Michael King, who was freaking outstanding last time, was not outstanding this time. He's basically just outstanding on the mound. He had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, gave up 2 home runs. One was his home run to Betts, which is almost the exact same home run that he was robbed of the game before. Profar dives in. I did a comp of these two. You can see how close these were. And Betts was so sure that he was robbed of a home run again. He took a freaking heart path around the bases. He started going back to the dugout, then came back, went around. A heart or a butt? I mean,
I think it was a butt.
Or boobs.
I want to make fun of Profar harder here for not being able to rob this one and pimp it, but they won the game, so I can't really come at him too hard. Yeah, it would have been a good play. I think he should have made this catch. I do think he timed the jump. I think he was off by half a second. But like I said, I can't clown him too much. They won the game, and it looks like, I hate to say it, Ninja, but they might win this series.
They might. King also gave up this absolutely monster grand slam to Teoscar. It was a monster in terms of swaying the momentum here. Big home run. It did not impact the game, but I definitely thought it did, as did the Dodgers.
At the time, it was absolutely huge. Little we know, no more runs would be scored in this game.
But on the positive side, Michael King had these sweepers and changeups. Jeremiah Estrada had this fastball and chitter. And here's his chitter grip real quick for y'all. Very unique grip.
All of a sudden, just curled these two and got to here. Literally, it's like this ball's on top, and I tell myself just throw it exactly like a fastball. But then, of course, I went the extra step and started sleeping with the baseball and started waking up and putting my fingers in my baseball. If I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to hold the base right here and brush my teeth lefty now and just whatever it is. Like, I exaggerated it, and exaggeration took place, and it's worked.
Jason Adam had this changeup, and Tanner Scott had this painted slider against Ohtani. Ohtani just can't hit him. I think I just jinxed Tanner Scott. Opposing Michael King was Walker Buehler, who had no Ks in 5 innings, giving up 6 runs, gave up this monster home run to Fernando Tatis, the man of the moment. I'm not talking about hits, Will. You talk about hits.
Ninja, it was an unfortunate 6 earned runs by Buehler here because there was a couple plays that I think he just got unlucky on. So we had this Machado base path play, which I guess he can't be called out here. It's the rules, but he runs directly on purpose into the grass in front of the ball. I'm not going to call it Bush League because he got away with it, and it's an intelligent play by him. But I don't like that can't be called for interference there. And also, I'm just sick of Manny Machado running to second base because he's ended Dustin Pedroia's Hall of Fame chances by doing in the past. He's a Bush League base runner. But also, Miguel Rojas had this double play ball, ended up getting no outs on it. You got to get at least one here. Just a series of unfortunate events that culminated in Tatis with the monster dong and giving up 6 runs in the first 2 innings, and they never scored again. But that was all she wrote, Ninja.
Your throw, did you think Machado should have been called for interference?
I've looked at it many, many times, replayed it in my head many times. Hurtado's base runners, I would have done the same thing as a base runner to banana it, but usually you're supposed to do it after 1 or 2 steps in the dirt and go, but I would have done the same thing as a base runner.
Also for the Dodgers, Anthony Banda had 2 Ks in 1 1/3 innings with this fastball and slider. And Michael Kopech had this 99-mile-an-hour heater and 92-mile-an-hour cutter. All for naught, though. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. I guess Ken Rosenthal has been kicked out of the Padres dugout for his article on that Manny Machado throw to Dave Roberts in the previous game. And I know that we've seen this and it looks kind of harmless, but here's an alternate, non-edited angle of that throw. And you can see how dangerous this actually was. My picks of the day today. I'm going to start out with Seth Lugo for 5 Ks or more, then take Clark Schmidt for 4 Ks or more, and top it off with Dylan Cease for 5 Ks or more. And then I'm going to add in my 30% profit boost token to boost my profits by 30%. What would your picks of the day be?